Hey guys, it's Andy from MagooInvesting. Happy Tuesday. Yesterday we talked about Starbucks, and if you missed that video, I'll put it up top right now. Today we're going to be continuing the series on the Robinhood Top Stocks, and today we're going to be talking about Groupon, ticker symbol GRPN. And so this is another one of these stocks, kind of similar to Chesapeake Energy and GoPro, that is low on the price range, and one of you guys actually brought up probably the reason why it's so popular on Robinhood, and that's the fact that they have a promotion where if you get someone else to sign up with one of your promotional codes, they'll send you and the person that signed up a free stock. And so there's all these percentages on what stocks you can get, and these stocks that are under $5 are the ones that are most frequently given out. And today, Groupon is the one that I actually got when I got my girlfriend to sign up for Robinhood. And so before we get any further, I always need to say that I am not a licensed financial advisor, and I highly recommend talking to someone that knows what they're doing and can give you the best information and best plan for your money going forward. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down Groupon. We're going to be looking at the charts, looking at the price forecast and what the analysts think the stock will be doing in the future. And then I'm going to talk about on the charts any short and long-term potential plays I may see for myself. And before I do these videos, I kind of like to check up on the charts a little bit, kind of give myself a couple seconds to look at the charts, kind of break down what I potentially see. And I kind of see a lot of potential with this stock. When I originally got the stock for free, it was sliding for a while. I just kind of dumped it because it was only $3. I didn't really care that much. So I sold it, and I hadn't really looked at it since. And now that I looked at it this morning, I'm seeing some decent plays. The more I look at these stocks that are on the Robinhood Top Stocks, most of them have some potential plays. The only ones that I really didn't like, I'm trying to think, GoPro was the one I really did not like. I took a paper trade in Chesapeake Energy, and I also took a paper trade in Starbucks. So I'll make a video probably breaking down these trades, maybe in 2 weeks when I exit those trades, and kind of talk about how they went and what I saw for the setups, kind of summarized into a bunch of different stocks. And with that being said, let's hop on over to the computer and talk about Groupon, ticker symbol GRPN. Another day, another video talking about the Robinhood Top Stocks. Today we're looking at Groupon. We got to go down just a little bit, I believe, to find it. It's not the most popular. There it is. Sitting at $3, up 1.8% today, and 78,000 people owning the stock. And so we go take a look. 67% hold from Robinhood itself. Oh, I kicked my desk. Whoops. And so if we go down to the about earnings, you can see that I sold at $3.09 August 1st. So this is when I got it as a free stock, which is advertised right here. Got that as a free stock, and then pretty much immediately sold it because looking at the charts as we go over to TD Ameritrade, this is the 1 year, 1 day chart. Actually, no, this is 10-year. Wow, this goes way back. I'm all over the place today. Let's go to the shorter time frame, 180 days. Let's figure out where I sold it. August 1st. Okay, so I sold it as it started falling. So good on me for that. And now it's come back, and it's getting pretty close to where it was. It's sitting right now at $3, and it bottomed out at $2.30. So it's recovered pretty well since then. And so the first thing that I'm noticing on here is, I forget what stock we talked about this on, but it has a higher low, and if it breaks above this and makes a higher high, I'd be very bullish on Groupon overall. And so going back a little bit, the long term doesn't look that great, so it's kind of a reason why I would not be super bullish on it based off the fact that since 2012 it has steadily pretty much been going down, and so that's not the most attractive thing for me in the world. But let's see, we have a pretty solid, start drawing some support and resistance lines. So this has touched here once, twice, 3, 4, and now it's sitting there right now. So we'll draw that at the $3 mark. So this is a pretty important support and resistance level. So I'd be really watching the break above this $3 mark. So I'm going to put it at 307 for above that. And so the reason I put it above the $3 mark is, as you can see right here, it's come above it, and then immediately after it closed above the $3 mark, the next day, pre-market, drops down, retests, comes up, drops back down. And so the thing I'd be looking for is the break above the $3 mark, coming back, retesting the $3 mark, and then pushing above that. And so that would be a confirmation that it's treating that as a support and not just getting rejected from the resistance and heading on its way back down. So that's what I'd be looking for really the best play I'm seeing here. And then for a exit strategy, so I talked about an entry between $3 and maybe $3.10. And so the exit I would be looking for would be probably up here, so probably 325. You could even be a little more greedy and go up to 340, and let's see what type of returns we could potentially see on that. I'll take the conservative end, so 5% if you went up to this support right here, and then 8.5% up to here. So this seems like a pretty conservative play. I'm kind of liking this. Since it's such a solid support, any break below this support would be a pretty easy sell. Not a lot of, let's go back to a longer time frame. A lot of past examples of it touching this and treating this as a pretty decent support. So if it breaks below that, I would ditch my shares pretty fast, but I'm going to be keeping this on my watch list right now. I'm gonna throw this on here, GRPN, just for, I like the break above this resistance, retesting it, and if things go well, this could be a decent play. This isn't one of the home run type trades that I'm looking for, that I'm going to put a lot of my account into, but this could be something where getting an 8.5% return on maybe a quarter of my account size would be pretty happy with that. So something I'll be keeping an eye out on. And now let's talk about what the, let's close that. Let's talk about what the analysts say. So on Yahoo Finance, has it as overvalued right now, which is surprising because it's still kind of on its lower end of its 1 year range. Short term, medium term, positive, which is kind of what I talked about. Long term, negative. The track record that it's had since 2012 has pretty much been negative in the long term. And then let's go to price forecast. Everything's green on here, which is kind of surprising. Even the low end have it sitting at exactly where it is today. Median being up plus 17%, and then the high 67. So they kind of disagree with Yahoo Finance on the long-term play, but short-term, I mean, that's pretty solid. This is, I think, maybe the first stock we've looked at that the lower and the higher end forecast has all been green. Don't hold me on that one, but from what I can remember, I don't remember any that have been so green. Year-to-date, it's down 6.5%. And it's pretty much smack dab in its 52-week range. So I like that a lot. So overall, I think the break above $3, retesting it and pushing above that would be my reason to enter this trade. And then the conservative exit would be $325, and the more risky exit would be $340. All right, and overall, Groupon, don't think is a horrible stock to be taking a position in anytime soon. The thing I'm worried about is the break above the $3 mark and being able to hold above that. As I talked about on the computer, it's a pretty solid support that's gone back 6 months, a year, even further. So this $3 threshold is pretty important, and it's hanging around there right now. If it's able to hold above that, maybe come down, retest it, and bounce off of that, that may be a position where I might be looking to take a position. And based off of the analysts and the price forecasts, pretty much everyone seems to be kind of bullish on Groupon going forward. I was kind of surprised when you have these stocks that are really low in price, and it's been doing not that great for the past year, 180 days. I was kind of surprised to see that the analysts for the short term and medium term are pretty bullish, and then the price forecast, even the low range, was positive. So with that being said, if it comes above the $3 level, retests it, pushes above that, I may actually take a position on this. I know in the past I've talked that I really do not like taking positions in stocks that are under $10, but for a just kind of a feeler trade like I may take with Groupon, just kind of prove the concept of this trade, might be able to take like maybe a $100 position, just kind of show that I actually do trade what I talk about and not just paper trade it. Probably going to be selling my Tesla shares today. It's kind of sad. I don't really want to hold it through earnings. I've talked about it a lot, but I'm going to have some capital freed up, and I may take a position on Groupon, assuming that what I just talked about actually happens. So let me know what you think about Groupon, if you're as bullish as I am, or what the analysts actually think. And let me know if there's any other companies or ideas you'd like me to go over in a future video. We're breaking down the Robinhood Top Stocks. We're making our way slowly through it. There's a lot of them, but I think there's a lot of decent plays in it. And I really like this series because it lets me do my own research and kind of gets me out of my comfort zones of these stocks that I kind of look at over and over again, just kind of waiting for those alerts to go off. So wouldn't have seen Starbucks, wouldn't have seen Chesapeake Energy for those plays that I'll talk about in a future video. But thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please hit that like and subscribe button, as it would help my channel out a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.